One of the great things that is true to me in life is you find what you're looking for. If you wake up tomorrow morning and you want to find negativity in the world, good news. There's unlimited. If you wake up in the morning and you want to find positivity, good news. It's unlimited. I think that we need to have a much better conversation. You know who really bothers me? People that are cynical and unhappy, but disguise it as keeping it real. Those are my favorite fuckers. I've been really focused on the Joneses lately. I'm now on a new kick. I've decided over Thanksgiving, there's a new person I'm going after, which is this, I'm keeping it real. They're really just pessimistic, cynical, and angry people, but they call out shit to keep it real. You don't keep it real, you keep it real negative, dick. That's what you're keeping it real. You're keeping it real negative. So fuck you.
It's the pretentious criticism, the holier than thou attitudes.
It's not even that. It's that you see happiness in someone and you're so desperate to misery loves company. It's the misery loves company, motherfucker. I hate that person.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're fucking miserable, go in a cave and be miserable. Stop dragging people that are aspiring out there.
100%. I mean, look, I feel like one of my problems is sometimes I try to see the best in things, right? I try to look on the positive side too much.
No. Being optimistic is great. You'll be disappointed. I get disappointed daily.
Of course.
But it's a lot better than seeing the world as
pissed off
shit
all the time. Yeah. You know, one thing that I look to you for in a big part of my journey, in my career, in my life is self-awareness. And one thing I wanted to say to you is self-awareness is scary as fuck.
If you're good at judging yourself. I think self-awareness, if you're capable of accepting yourself for who you are, is actually the brightest light of it all. I love being self-aware. I suck at a lot of things. I just don't think about them. Like I can't read for shit. I interrupt people when I interview them 24/7. Everybody's super pissed on the internet about that. Not good, because I already know what the person's saying. I can't help it, I'm sorry. There's plenty of things that I'm not good at. I love self-awareness. It's kept me so happy. Like, you know, I'm not upset at myself that I'm selfish in certain areas. That's human. I think that we just don't love each other, ourselves enough. I think I don't know whose perfection I'm trying to live up to. Like like silly things, like people get on me for biting my nails. Gives a fuck. Like people are just critiquing themselves all day long.
You like reading the comments?
Love.
You do it on every video, every post?
All day.
How do you deal with the negativity? Someone talking about biting your nails?
Empathetic. Empathy. Somebody just watched 49 seconds of me spitting some pontification on Instagram, and they've decided to make a judgment on me. And I respect that. I put myself out there. They don't know everything about me. So when they drag me down, be like, this guy's a fucking idiot, or he's full of shit, or what the fuck, or I'm like, that makes sense. They saw me in the Explore feature. They're like, who's this dick face? They watch it, they don't like it, and they decide I'm shit, and they're not in a good place, so they have to drag down. I deploy empathy first. Sucks to be, I would never do that as a happy person to anybody else. So A, I'm already feel bad.
Yeah.
And B, who the fuck am I? They only got 49 seconds. And in 49 seconds at a time, I could suck shit in perpetuity. You know, like at 49 seconds at a time, I could be all-time terrible. Especially me that gets hot and competitive and like, you know, like this is how I am when the lights come on. So I deal with the negativity with empathy to the person that's leaving the comment. A, for the fact that I feel bad because they're in a bad place that they decided to put more hate into the system. And B, like they shouldn't do 7 hours of research of my career or who I am as a human being. I would be upset if you thought I was a dick. Because you've had enough interactions at this point to have a read.
Yeah.
But like Rick in Arkansas or New York, who saw me in Explore, or who saw, by the way, and I have a lot of empathy because I also have fans and followers and people that consume my content that really give me love. And you know the natural reaction when somebody's posting like, this guy's a fucking genius. You know, 30% of the people are like, fuck that guy, before they even watched anything.
Yeah.
I get that. So, I mean, I hated Tiger Woods and Kobe and Shaq in their prime. They weren't my guy. So I have empathy. I put myself out there. And if you're putting yourself out there, you have to deal with the ramifications of the reality of the system. So I respect the system. I respect the market. If you don't know who I am and you think I'm the biggest piece of shit, I'm great. If you know who I am and you think that, I'm dead. And that's how I live my life. Life is crazy. Imagine this. I'm 33 years old and I'm working in a liquor store that is my family business in New Jersey, and I'm there every day of my life. 10 years later, I'm in a place in culture where a sneaker with my signature on it not only is produced, but is doing extremely well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, I just want kids to be patient. Like 23-year-olds trying to figure out their life, and I didn't even start the life that everybody knows me for until I was in my mid-30s. How old are you?
I'm 29.
There was nobody on earth that knew who the fuck I was when I was 29 years old. So much can happen when you're good at your craft or what you do. And so I just wish people were a little more patient. It feels amazing. I'm 43 years old. I grew up in the East Coast in Jersey in the prime of sneaker explosion. I hate Michael Jordan, so I had to skip all that as a Knicks fan. But
that's why you started the shoe. That's why you started the shoe, man. You just wanted to take a shot at MJ.
Honestly, what I really wanted to do was, it came to me, and when I realized they didn't want me to be an influencer, they wanted to put my signature on the sneaker. I love win-win situations. And the K-Swiss collab was a win-win situation. Either it would be massively successful and I would surprise people, which is basically what's happened, or it would fail miserably and my 10 core friends could make fun of me at my 80-year-old birthday roast. I like that shit.
Remember when you had those shoes?
Remember when you were, because I know I'm gonna be macro successful. So to have micro losses is actually a very big part of being an all-time great. Muhammad Ali lost fights. And so I put myself in a position to lose fights. And I think a lot of the people that are not going to win to their capability are scared to go into the ring against a worthy opponent. And
they'd rather not try just so they don't fail.
Because they worry about other people's opinions. I'm telling you, man, it's crazy to be at this place in my life where I'm like, fuck, this all synthesizes down to people worrying about other people's opinions. And oh shit, that's why I didn't do bad things in high school that my mom asked me not to do, because not the prettiest girl in school and not the biggest jock and not the coolest kids, none of their voices penetrated my dome. So if I can get through high school, real life's easy.
Are you glad that it happened now rather than when you were 25? Do you feel like it has any?
No.
Do you feel like it makes any difference?
I think if we're talking about like the kind of level of fame and success I have, there are clearly perks of having that happen in your 20s before you're married. So there's like, there's some. I'm being serious. I think there's some cool adventures that I missed out on. I'm pumped it happened because it's my process. I needed to go into my family business and put my parents on for everything they did for me. The proudest thing I've done professionally is I've done super right by my parents and my brother, right? I built a business for 14 years for my parents, left with nothing. People try to shit on me like, daddy put you on. They don't know my story. I put daddy on. Started a business with my brother when I had all the leverage, 50-50 from the get. Put my brother on. So I'm proud of how I've navigated my life as a man.
Definitely. Another thing I wanted to bring up is trash talk.
Yes.
It's probably one of my it is definitely my favorite new Gary Vee thing to watch. It's so entertaining. You're literally going to people's garage sales. You're buying things and flipping them on eBay. What made you want to start doing this?
It's become very obvious to me that excuses are my poison. And I want to eliminate them at all costs. I talk a lot about hustle and hard work, and people are kind of pushing back on me a little bit right now. And it's been interesting. I'm like, man, I haven't done a good enough job clarifying that when I talk about work ethic, I'm trying to speak to people who are unhappy or complaining. Not happy with your job? Don't watch Netflix. Work after hours, save money, quit. I'm not trying to get people into depression or burnout. I'm trying to address unhappiness. One of the things I saw a lot in my comments, because I read them all, was, well, I have no money. I'm like, fuck, I lived my whole life with no money, but I figured it out. I would just buy shit. I would buy garage sale shit. And it just got me going. I love it. It's like a hobby of mine to go garage selling.
Start doing that with clothes. I used to do that with clothes.
Dude, the amount, guys, especially like a stylish kid like you, like if you have flavor, if you're listening right now and you don't have money, but you're cool or you got flavor, you got swag, you got style, if you just spend your life in Goodwill and in thrift stores and buy shit that you think is fresh and then wear it and take a fucking selfie and put it on eBay for 3 times the price, or like I see every day, the amount of people that buy $3 t-shirts and sell them for 35 bucks on eBay and Etsy and fucking Facebook Marketplace is enormous. There's no excuse in America to say you have no money, even if you're in the deepest, poorest places, because if you can literally get $1, you can buy your first t-shirt at Goodwill and get it up for 15 bucks on Facebook. Because you know what's funny? What's funny is everybody's got a smartphone. Like, if you complain and you're unhappy, I will spend my career suffocating the living shit out of you.
To prove
that is basically, and by the way, out of gratitude and guilt, I've come to realize this. I'm so grateful for my DNA, my parenting, my circumstance of growing up with nothing, and I feel a level of guilt. I was so gifted a mother that put me in a position to succeed. I know that everybody has that. So I'm almost trying to play my parents' role for everybody that watches my content. If you don't have that person in your life, let me be that shield. Let me populate you up. You're either a person that goes into comments to drag people down, or you're a person that puts out content to put people up. I'm so proud to be the latter.